Welcome back to Optimistic Podcast. I am your host, Steve, and I am the CEO of Concierge Realty Service. And I have my host with me,
Alicia, Lifestyle International Realty.
We're excited to be here today. Boy, we're going to have a good one. We have a special guest. Her name is Nyla. How are you doing, Nyla?
I'm doing good.
Great.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're here to talk about relationships.
Okay.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay? So I reached out to, Nyla responded to an ad on Facebook saying that she definitely wanted to be a part of this podcast. And I told her I was going to be messy. And she told me that she's with it. So what? Let's do it. Let's be messy. So I was like, all right, well, good. Let's go. On the way upstairs just now, because she was, I think, about 30 minutes late, which I said I was going to talk about on camera. There's always women. So what I should have told her was to be here at 10. She probably would have got here at 11.
Yeah.
You know, so, right?
But you had a good reason, though, right? What was the reason?
Because, with Charlotte, the traffic getting real bad, y'all. So I'm coming all the way from the other side of town. Got to deal with people that can't drive and stuff. Like, y'all know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't beat me up too bad. But, being late is unacceptable, so I had to apologize to them, of course.
Okay.
But,
So you're not always late?
No.
Okay, so you get the places on time?
Yes. Yeah, for the most part.
All right. Well, Lisa, I know you want to start off with some of these questions, these relationship questions, or do you want me to go first? Now, let's let you start, because when I'm coming in swing. This is a happy day for me.
Well, I just want to welcome you to our show. So excited to have you here. So just tell me a little bit about you and what you've been up to lately.
So I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I'm also a licensed cosmetology instructor as well. So currently now I'm working at a lash bar, helping that company with the employees there. I'm helping train the girls and everything. I'm one of the leads there. And then I also have my own business, Nyla the Makeup Woman. Make sure y'all check me out.
Say it one more time.
Nyla the Makeup Woman.
Okay. Makeup.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I specialize in makeup for the most part, but I do everything else. But that's like my niche or whatever. That's what I'm pretty much known for in the city. And that's pretty much about me overall. And I also do like some content creation. I like to cook. I like to do food reviews sometimes. So that's pretty much my thing.
Okay. Can you cook, or you just pick something?
Oh, I can cook.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Charlotte.
Okay, that's rare.
Yes.
Okay. Well, again, welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead and get started. So I had a couple questions.
Okay.
I'm not gonna beat you up,
Okay.
But how do you feel about relationships and how it affects work-life balance?
I feel like as y'all talking about like romantic relationships or like relationships in general.
It's whatever you want to think it is. What you thinking?
Let's talk romantic.
Romantic. Okay, romantic.
Okay.
I don't want nothing boring, okay? I can't beat you up on other stuff.
Okay.
I can get down on this one here, so
Okay.
let's go to it.
So like overall, I do feel like relationships in general is kind of what shapes the world. Like you can, avoid going to college and stuff with the right relationship, depending on what you're trying to do. So that's one thing about, friendships and all that. But as far as romantic relationships, I feel like romantic relationships are beautiful. It can be a beautiful thing, but you have to kind of have some discernment about who you choose to deal with.
I like that word you use, discernment. So,
You use that a lot.
you use that a lot. Yeah.
She's starting out too clean, like she's making me want to beat her up too bad. I gotta get back into my beat 'em up mode.
Yes.
So today, I just want to ask you this quick question, because today in relationships with this generation, right, of women that's coming up, most women think it's about the beauty instead of the brains. So I like to ask a question: what do you think a real man wants in a woman?
I feel like a real man wants peace from a woman. He wants his best friend. He wants somebody that he can grow with and build with. Somebody that's a nurturer. And somebody that kick his ass if he need. Can I say that?
Let's try to stay away from Chris.
Okay, that can kick his butt.
You got it.
Yeah, that can kick his butt sometimes. Because don't nobody want no yes man. That's just my opinion.
Speak for yourself.
So you want somebody to be like, yes.
Absolutely. Bow down to the king. Absolutely. Why not?
Okay, but it's some, you gotta figure out like what you gonna say yes to.
Not
Like, not
choose your
everything.
battles.
Exactly.
Why not? Why not say yes to everything?
Eventually, you're going to get tired of that. And you're going to get some resentment towards her.
Who's gonna get tired of it?
You are.
You speaking for me?
Yep.
So you can't speak for me. I get tired of having to argue for this. Okay? Right? So that was a good answer. That was a good answer. I'm gonna let Alicia ask another question before I go into my deep skills with that. You got a couple.
So do you believe in like relationship that's long distance? Do you want something that's
I used to be like a long distance type of girl. Like I used to think I could deal with that, but I never like dealt with something long distance because like I'm not really like a clingy type of person. So I feel like long distance would be alright, but I've known like friends to deal with long distance and I don't really think it's good. Because it's like you can't really spend time with the person as much. So I don't really like
what's your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay. So y'all are loyal, quite comical, and you don't have to take stuff serious until you need to.
I do take stuff serious,
Sometimes.
but sometimes,
Okay.
like I do, we very blunt. Like that's why I'm like, look, I'm gonna get on the show. We can go toe to toe. It ain't nothing.
Oh, she challenged.
But
so before he beat you up too bad, what do you think would be your ideal relationship, depending on the career that you have?
My ideal relationship would be a man that's a protector, a provider, someone that is going to help invest into me. Also somebody that knows like that I can be busy sometimes and they know how to kind of entertain themselves sometimes. So yeah.
Good. Okay, so you started out real good. I just want to get you warmed up. Now I don't know what's gonna happen because this is non-scripted. It's not.
Okay.
It's not gonna be edited. So.
Okay.
I'm just putting it in my database of things that she was saying. I mean, she has some pretty good answers.
Really.
You know, so I'm like, she's been on camera before, just like kind of polished and stuff, a little bit too neat for me. Ain't nobody that good and that nice. So let's just get down to it. So, okay, so I asked you, what does you think a man want in a relationship, right? But so let me ask you, what do you bring to the table in a relationship? You don't bring nothing.
No.
What you mean you don't bring
Because I
nothing?
just don't like when me and ex say.
Well, why?
Because I just feel like if you do you, I'ma do me. And like you gonna figure out along the way what I bring to the table.
But so this is not me dating you asking me that question. This is me on the show trying to figure out what would you now bring to the table for a relationship. So if you say you bring nothing, right? So because we was talking earlier, I was hoping you say I bring the table, right? That's what most women say. I bring the table, right?
See, but I ain't most
Okay, all right. Then I say I bring the chairs. And then there's chairs and chairs, but there's no food. So how we gonna eat? We're both gonna be malnutrition, right? So, somebody gotta bring some food to this relationship, right? So what do you bring to a relationship? And don't give me no old polished schoolgirl political answers. I need some deep down serious stuff, okay? What do Ms. Nala bring to a relationship? What?
Dude, look, you really put me on the spot.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do I bring to a relationship?
Yeah. Be careful. Think about it.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And you know why? You know why you can't really answer that question? Because most women don't think about it. They really don't. They really don't. See, a man, we're hunters, right? And women feel like, well, a man should know he should bring this, he should do that, he should bring this. But women today feel so entitled that they really don't even think about what they should bring to a relationship, right? So if I'm a single man and I'm out dating, first of all, it's 20 to 1, right? So looks goes out the windows because there's a whole bunch of beautiful women out here. There's a whole bunch of airhead beautiful women out here, right?
Yes.
So
did you just say what?
Airheads.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have dealt with them in my career.
Right. So again, somebody said you hate that question, but that should be a loaded gun for you. Right? When the man asks, what do Ms. Nala bring to the table? Right? So I'm gonna give you some of the things that you said. You should tell them who you are, what you do in business, right? Your motivational skills, the things that you achieve and the things that you're looking to achieve. So you came in talking to Alicia like a boss, right? I do this, I do that, I do this. As soon as I ask you what do you bring to the table, you go,
Because that's one of them questions that's like, a lot of people don't want to answer that. I ain't even gonna know.
But you already answered it.
You did. All I did was ask you a question that you already said in the beginning to Alicia, right? So you got to know how to answer that question. And listen, let me tell you again, it's 20-1. So women are no longer the prize. Men are the prize. I mean, come on, y'all can get mad at me, but let's just think about it. If it's more of y'all and less of us, who has the pick of the litter? Who?
We still do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't.
I feel like we still
No, you don't. First of all, women don't even control marriage.
I agree with that.
Okay, all right. So you don't control the relationship. You don't control getting into a relationship, right? Because as a man, I can meet Alicia today and meet you tomorrow, and this one and that one. It's so many of y'all. I have to pick of the litter, but it's less of us. So if it's less of us, that means we're higher on the food chain. Right? Because it's supply and demand.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, so stop thinking about. Okay, so let's do math. Let's do some.
I don't agree with that.
Let's take it down to real life math.
Okay.
If Licia has 10 lollipops, you have 10 lollipops, but I have 40 lollipops. Who has more lollipops?
You do.
Okay, so that means I have more to choose from.
But that don't mean they're valuable.
Oh, that's
You
what I
understand this? That means because it's less of y'all, then it lessens your value. Because both our values are going to lessen. So if it's one woman to every 10 men, right? If it's one woman to every 10 men, then you know at least 7 of them women ain't worth crap. And at least 5 or 6 of them in each 10 men ain't worth crap. So you'll still have less men to choose from, and I still have more women to choose from. So when I'm dating, you gotta show me what you worth. You gotta show me that you worth me dating.
I agree with that.
Right?
I do.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Right? So again, what would you bring to the table outside? Now we already answered your business, so you can't go back to that. You can't go back and tell me, well, I do this, I'm that boss, and I don't care now. Because most men don't even really care about your accolades.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because most women, when they become too successful, they start to feel like they're the man, and they got a little thing swinging, and the man don't want to date them.
And I agree with that. And that's why, like, no matter where I go in life, I like to keep that feminine energy and stuff. Because I don't want to be a man. I have no desire for that. I've heard all the podcasts and, like, shows about women trying to take on the man role. They don't need a man and stuff. I disagree with that. Like, yeah.
So on the first date, guy asks you out the first date and say, let's go Dutch. What do you think about that?
We can do that. But,
And you took a deep breath. I know that was
no, we can do that. But it's just not nothing that I would expect or something that I'm used to. Like, that would be a first for me.
why is it not just something you used to? What's wrong with it?
Because I just haven't dealt with that.
That's what's wrong. Then you just start making y'all go Dutch. The first date.
But if you invite someone to dinner,
I said, let's go have dinner. I'm not gonna pay for it.
but you need to make it clear up front.
Okay, that's why I said
You
let's go
need to
Dutch.
make it, yeah.
That's why I said let's go Dutch. But I've heard women say, well, if he wants to go Dutch with me the first date, I'm not going.
I don't agree with that. I feel like that's, yet again, like, that's another one of them, like, some of these women have a different point of view about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't agree with that.
So both of y'all, if y'all was to meet me and I say, hey, let's go to dinner, I don't want you to pay.
I would appreciate you saying it up front.
Then I want you not to pay for just you, but to pay for me too.
I'm not doing it.
Why?
But for me, if you set it up front and we have an understanding, don't let me order lobster, steak and salmon, and then I gotta pay for you too.
Why?
Because I didn't expect that. I can't afford it, so let me know up front.
But do y'all think about that when it comes to men?
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. Don't beat me up for this.
Oh yeah, you know you about to do.
But if a man say he want to go out and he want me to pay, it depends on who he is. Like, if Jeff Bezos tell me he want to take me out and he want me to pay, oh, I'm gonna do that because this might be a trick test or something. Like,
but what if you don't know if he has money?
Exactly.
but I do, because you know he on Amazon and all that. So
No.
You got to do your research.
No, but
on
she's
me.
talking about suppose it's a man that you don't know that have money, right? Because even in the business of Alicia as a real estate agent, right? You know, in their meetings all the time, the manager partner show, he always talks about, he approaches everybody, right? Because you don't know who has money, right? The rich people don't walk around looking like they're rich.
Right, I agree because you do have to treat the janitor, whoever, even though being a janitor ain't no bad job, because there's some janitors out there where they own cleaning service and stuff and bang.
So you know, it sounded kind of gold diggerish your answer. You know that, right?
Listen to what I'm saying though. I get that. You have to treat everybody with kindness. I know that. But when it comes to love and somebody that you actually want to build a foundation with, you need to make sure that this is a provider, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so it's like, if a man was to invite me out saying that I need to pay, I need to research and see who you are, because I'm not just about to be out here getting used by somebody. Because a lot of relationships can start off with a woman paying and being so vulnerable, especially younger women, teens and stuff like that, you know, early 20s. They can be like, okay, I'm gonna pay and stuff like that, and end up getting used the whole situation. Just off that, like that first thing was a red flag, but some people avoiding it like, well, I'm a good person, let me overlook this red flag. You don't want to do that.
You know that happens to men all the time, though, right?
It does.
Right, so in the dating pool, again, like I said, it's 20 to 1, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm dating and I take Alicia out today, but we don't get along, and then I take Nala out the next day, we don't get along, and I take Pam out the next day, we don't get along, I'll spend up all my money to date, right? So why do we always have to take the risk is the question, right? Like, again, men need to start understanding that women, and y'all can get mad and beat me up or whatever, but y'all are no longer the prize. I mean, you can take it for however you want, but like I said, if you know math, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I mean, you don't have to agree. No, why y'all not agreeing? Because y'all don't like it. Because y'all don't like it. Tell me why a woman is the prize and a man isn't.
Because, and I'm not gonna get biblical, but it says when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing.
When he find a wife, but we still have a whole lot of crap to go through until we find that.
And so, women do too.
But y'all have less to go through than we do. When I say less, is least men available to y'all than there is women to us. So if I'm dating, like I said, you gotta follow me here. I get why y'all feeling that way, but let's just be real serious and let's think for a moment. Both of y'all look very intelligent. Y'all sound like y'all was intelligent from the beginning. You my partner. I thought you had a little sense. Now I kind of knew, so it's a little shaky right now, so we don't know. But if it's more of y'all and less of us, who has more to choose from? Just answer that question.
Yeah, y'all do.
Okay, stop.
That part
no explanation. I just it's like we ain't going. Who has more to choose from now?
Can I plead the fifth?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
y'all
not.
do.
Okay, so if we have more to choose from. Now, in the dating pool, you said it may not be worth it. They may not be worth it. They may not have a good job. They may not be somebody that's going to support you and all the things that you said in the beginning. And it's already 1 to every 20. So our pool starts to lessen for y'all to actually have someone to choose from.
But you gotta understand, like, it's some women out here that are rare. Like, you never gonna find again in this lifetime.
And there's men the same
I'm
way.
glad you said
But there's men the same way.
Yeah,
I agree, but when you find a woman like that, it's like, you ain't gonna be thinking about no 20 to 1 and all that. Because it's not gonna work.
But we still have to go through that to find that. But my whole point is what I'm trying to say to y'all. I want y'all to follow me because I get what y'all saying, but I want y'all to really understand and hear this. Get outside your emotional stuff because y'all women and y'all emotional, right? Emotional creatures. Let's just call it what it is, right? If there's more of y'all to choose from, that means our dating pool is more messy than yours, right? So yes, there are some beautiful women out there. There's some beautiful women that will protect you like a man will, that will nourish you, love you, that will help you. You know, there's some women that will take a man and help them come from the bottom and rise to the top. Most women only want a man that's already on the top, right? Most women want a man that already has something stable. But a man will take a man that's rich will meet a woman that works IHOP and change her whole life. But a woman that has money, she won't date a man that's in IHOP. And you said it, because if it's Jeff Bezos, right? If it's Jeff Bezos, somebody that's already of status, yes, I will do it.
Not necessarily. Like, he got to have some type of game plan. Like I'm saying, like, you got to do your research. Like,
How
you
you
just
gonna
can't.
research me? You don't know me.
Okay, for instance, not even Jeff Bezos. Say a guy asks her out on a date. You got two guys asking you on a date. One guy, he's an aspiring realtor.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy, he got guns and drugs and all types of stuff on his page. But both of them want you to pay for a date. You're gonna do your research. The aspiring realtor is not exactly Jeff Bezos, we get that. But he got some type of game plan where he's trying to figure out where he's trying to go.
But do you know that guy that the drugs and the guns is now that inspiring realtor?
But
Do
see,
you know that?
no, listen to what I'm saying. I get that, but
It still sounds like cheating.
No, I know it sounds like that. You judging a book by its cover, but you have to get some type of like vibe off somebody, like when you first meeting them. I know it's not perfect. I know a lot of people start from the bottom, having to do what they gotta do to make it. I get that. But it's like off rip, like you kind of have to get a feel for it. Like, I'm not saying don't go out with the guy with the drugs and the guns on his page, which is dumb. Because I mean, if he really about that life, he don't need to be posting it like that. If he really a boss, let's just be honest, like his page would be cleaner than that. But I'm just saying you got to get some type of vibe. He ain't got to be Jeff Bezos. I'm just saying that as an example. But you got to do some type of research before you going out with these guys. That's all I'm saying.
Suppose some dudes don't have social media. Now what?
Then that's fine. That's even good.
So
That's even better.
but he can still be that right. He
He
can still be that grimy dude that lies to you.
And you'll figure that out when you meet them.
Afterward.
But I'm just saying, like, when you look somebody up like that, it just gives you a sneak peek. It gives you like a preview. A lot of people, I think, should come with a preview. Like movies, they should come with a little preview before you figure out what you got to get into. But I get what you're saying. If he ain't got social media, that's even better, because guess what? Like, we could do us and stuff. I ain't got to worry about you posting and all that. That's cool with me.
You know, when I meet people, they don't think I own a company. Look how I dress.
Yeah, but you look nice and neat. Like, you know, the way you present yourself is like you care about yourself. So, you know, I feel like women, you know, I feel like men too, you need to look for somebody that you can tell they got some type of self-love towards themselves. Because, like, if you don't love yourself, how you going to love somebody else?
But you got to say that.
Ain't no way.
But you got to say that because I'm still going with the gun because y'all still trying to divert that little one question. I hear everything you're saying. You sound like a politician. You probably can run for office. You got some really clean answers. But you run for most politicians for, you know what, right? I'm just saying. I still need the answer.
Okay,
If the dating pool is bigger for us
okay.
than for you guys, what makes you guys the prize today?
That's what I had to-
Listen.